Hello guys. I was gonna do a topic tonight on like the Illuminati, 9/11 cover-up, but I kinda am gonna get off the beaten path with that and go back to the oil spill. A lot of things are happening with that. I just want to kind of go over some facts and figures with you guys. Okay. I knew from the beginning that it would probably already have been what I said like 3 weeks ago. 19 million gallons of oil probably would have been spilled, which is probably right now. Now their new estimates are coming out. And I say that because CNN, and I watched all the briefings that they had today, yesterday, the day before. I've watched about 9 to 10 hours worth of this stuff. And BP, the executives and whatnot, have released new information that now 19,000 barrels are being spilled a day, which is 798,000 gallons a day. Okay. And if you times 798,000 gallons times 38 to 39 days, which how long it's been, it roughly equals 31 million gallons of oil which has been spilled, which is, like they said, roughly twice the size of the Exxon Valdez, which by far makes it the worst natural disaster or oil spill in the United States history, but not even close to the worst oil spill in world history, which would be 5.7 million barrels, not gallons, but barrels, in Iraq in 1991. But here's the situation. If you do the math here, and you figure out the newest estimate in which BP has released the new 19,000 barrels a day, if you if you times 570,000 or 5.7 million, which is the worst oil spill in world history, and you divide that by 19,000 barrels, like it was 5.7 million, if you divide that, you equal the number 300. And the reason why this number is significant is that after 300, which stands for days, that's the amount it has to exceed for this Deepwater Horizon to exceed the worst oil spill in the world history, that ever happened in the world. And we have to now subtract 39 days from 300, which would make it 271 days. So we have 271 days roughly. I'm saying roughly because it may be even more than that. Nobody knows. But we have roughly 271 more days until it's the worst oil spill in world history. Maybe it already is. We don't know. But the estimates are creeping up, and as history repeats itself, they'll bump up their estimate again. Okay? I would bet my life on this junk shot and this mud thing not working. If it did work, I would be so surprised. I would be dumbfounded if this stuff worked. But odds are the shit that they did in the past didn't work, and putting mud into this stuff, are you serious? Are you kidding me? This thing's a fucking volcano. If you look at, and I'm not the best at math, but I try. If you look at the volume, the amount, and how big this, this oil spill is, this leak is, and you see of how many, cubic feet per second, or whatever you say. I was having my dad help me with it too. But if you look at how fast this is coming out, the odds are of getting mud in there inside the pipe is probably not going to work, along with the junk shot, if they decide to do the junk shot. And also, I find it funny today when they were going over the executive of BP. Maybe it wasn't the executive. Anyways, somebody who is representing BP. Shh, yada, be quiet. The cat's trying to talk to me. I find it funny how that the person who was representing BP today was saying that, oh, we had to stop for 16 hours to make the mud flow into the pipe because we just needed to examine how everything was going and if it was flowing right and if it was doing its job. And I find that the biggest pile of bullshit yet. Actually, there have been some pretty significant piles of bullshit, but this is definitely ranking up with one of the top 10 bullshits BP said of thus far. And I just find it funny that they just stopped 16 hours. It wasn't in their, I guess, memo, you could say, right before it happened. So you could definitely tell that they stopped for a reason. They stopped because they ran out of mud. And Bill Nye does back that up as well on CNN with John King. But here's the situation. There is talk of a nuclear device being detonated down there. We all know, and to help it, which is if they decide to, which, oh, I hope to God that's not going to be the situation. But if they do that, that's going to make matters so much worse. I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody knows that the seafloor is already sinking. I've looked at this. I have been like, I haven't gotten much sleep these past couple of days because I've just been, honestly, I know this sounds really retarded, but I've just been watching, I've been having the webcam on 24/7, and I keep it by my bed when I go to bed, so whenever I wake up at random times of the night, because I have problems sleeping anyways, I just look to see how it's going. But the one time, the other day, like 3 days ago, or I forget what day it was, it might have been the 22nd, 23rd, or 24th. Anyways, one of those days, and if I can find some evidence of it, I'll put it on here. But the sea floor started sinking, and I didn't see it actually happen, but I saw the differences before what the pipe looked like and after. And I know that it didn't change sites because I know the two different distinct sites and what they look like. This definitely sunk in this part where it was filming. And, you know, at one point I did see everything moving around rapidly, and I don't think it was the propellers of the whatever thing they have down there. It was moving violently. Clobs of oil, dirt, everything was just moving around, and I mean violently, like as bad as the oil was spewing out. It was moving that fast. All the dirt, everything. So there's definitely something going on, and they're not explaining it. This is just like 9/11. It's like 9/11 all over, and it's like a nightmare to me because I went through 9/11. I was there during 9/11. I saw what happened. It was just a nightmare, and it's just a nightmare again. I feel like wherever I go, the disaster follows because I'm down right where the oil spill is, not in Louisiana, but I'm in neighboring Florida, and I was there for 9/11, so I feel like I'm following disasters here, but they all, you know, it's all a cover-up. It's all ridiculous. Number one person, or top 3 people that gave, Obama his funding during his campaign. Who was it? BP. Okay, so Obama's going to try to cover BP's ass during this whole thing that's going on. So that's, if you guys want to know why they're trying to cover it up, why Obama's vacationing in Chicago during these next couple of days or during this Memorial Day weekend, is because BP paid close to like $700 to $1 million towards his campaign. That's why he's vacationing in Chicago this weekend. So, ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's so stupid. And I could go on a rant for so long with this fucking piece of shit. I'm so pissed off at this. I'm so mad. And I could, oh my gosh. I am a Christian, but I know my mouth gets me in trouble sometimes, but I swear to God, like, if I could do something to these people, if I could just strangle the executive of BP, I would. That man is evil, and the whole company's evil. Blow it up themselves. Put a nuke on BP themselves. Stupid. I'll let you guys go. I'm just in a really irritated mood by this. I'm gonna go write him a nasty letter, a physical letter, not an email either. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, guys.